Energy from corn, biofuel, ethanol. What is ethanol? Much of gasoline in the United States contains one of the most common biofuels, ethanol. It helps a car engine burn fuel more efficiently, reducing air pollution. Ethanol is considered to be better for the environment than traditional gasoline. Ethanol's first use was to power an engine in 1826, and in 1876, Nicholas Otto, who made the more than four-cycle internal combustion engine, used ethanol to power an early engine. Ethanol was also used as lining fuel in the 1850s, but its use curtailed when it was taxed as liquor to help pay for the Civil War. The first ethanol blended with gasoline for use in octane booster occurred in the 1920s and 1930s, and was in high demand during World War II because of fuel shortages. How is ethanol produced? In the United States, near all fuel ethanol is produced by corn kernel starch, which is considered a conventional biofuel. There are other potential sources of ethanol other than fermentation of grain starch and sugars. Reducing the air pollution increases the amount of ethanol that must be blended into the nation's gasoline supply. Today's ethanol industry began in the 1970s when petroleum-based fuel became expensive and environmental concerns involving later gasoline created a need for an octane. Corn became a predominant feedstock for ethanol production because of its abundance and ease of transformation into alcohol. The impact of ethanol on the carbon footprint. On a life cycle basis, ethanol has a lower carbon footprint than gasoline. The impact of ethanol on the economy. The most significant impact of ethanol industry continues to be increased income to farmers who benefit from the demand for feedstock, which leads to both increased production and increased prices, as well as earning from locally owned ethanol plants, helping reduce vehicle emissions, improve air quality, increase our energy independence, lower consumer fuel prices, and provide value-added markets for American farmers. Ethanol is an important industrial chemical. It is used as solvent in the synthesis of other organic chemicals and as an additive to automotive gasoline. Ethanol is also the intoxicating ingredient of many alcoholic beverages such as beer, wine, and distilled spirits. Energy to produce ethanol is substantial, although it can be now release 20% more energy than is required to make it. The farmland required to produce enough ethanol to become a major fuel source would need to be doubled. Diverting food crops has meant food shortage in some countries. Car engines need to be modified. Ethanol is more expensive than petrol. Fuel tank of ethanol would need to be large as in comparison to a petrol engine.